Hi guys, haven't you noticed that some people, whether you see them just walking or talking or looking at something, and even if you see a still picture of them, you get the vibe that this man is serious, this man is a clear thinker, or at least this man means business. He's absolutely dead focused on something. I get that same vibe from K. Annamalai of Tamil Nadu. Now, I really wish we had a K. Annamalai in Bengal. In 2026 is going to be an important year for assembly elections both in Tamil Nadu and Bengal. Both are states that are far removed from the rest of the Indic civilizational narrative and perspective. And K. Annamalai has risen up to fill that vacuum in Tamil Nadu. But Bengal BJP has not been doing any such thing. They are more on the daily bad roads and corruption kind of issues they are focusing on. Maybe that does get them votes, but I'm skeptic on that. But K. Annamalai recently went to Pondilit Fest, and you all should see his speech there. It was a great speech. But more importantly, just yesterday or day before yesterday, Ajit Datta, the guy, he's a hardly 25-26-year-old guy who organizes the Pondicherry Lit Fest. He held a separate 11-minute interview with K. Annamalai on the side. In that interview, in the very first three and a half minutes, of which 1 minute is Ajit asking the question, you'll notice his answer is about 2 minutes long. You'll notice the clarity of his thought, the clarity in his intentions, and the preciseness of his speech, all of which are amazing qualities in a leader, none of which exist in Bengal so far. That disappoints me a lot, and that's why I keep harping on K. Annamalai on this. First of all, the guy retired from IPS, which is a great job for life. It requires a lot of courage and hard work. I'm not denying that, but it takes some balls to quit that job and join politics. He quit IPS. What 35 years old he was. That's insane. And if you hear that interview with Ajit Datta, you will go crazy about what he said. Ajit asks him, what are your visions as the BJP state president in Tamil Nadu? He says, all I want to do is create 500 strong leaders, groom them, give them platform, who can debate and create narratives. What a beautiful thing to say. And also be strong leaders. It doesn't mean you go around just debating and lose on the street. Although he didn't focus on the street, but we all know Indian politics means some sort of street power, so that will be managed anyway. But this idea of debating and creating the narrative and countering the false narratives that has been propagated in Bengal and Tamil Nadu for 70 years, that's what he's focusing on. And he's saying we need 500 strong leaders by 2026 who will be going around debating and destroying people in debates. That's such a beautiful thing to argue about. And about narratives. No one's in Bengal even talking about the narrative war. Now, what I was doing some research on K. Annamalai, and I came across this article on him, which I liked even more. It was on Indian Express. Yeah, Indian Express. And I then in that article I found out that not even everyone in BJP and RSS likes him, because he has come out of the blue from a different job and shot to power and fame inside BJP. Not everyone likes that, and I always hear this argument that someone is not a seasoned leader. How the fuck are they going to be seasoned leaders if you don't make them a leader? Now, their argument is that he should have come up from the ground up. Okay, so many people are coming up from the ground up. What are they achieving? It's not that there's some magical rule that only ground up people will be great leaders and everyone else will be incompetent, because that's not the case, because it doesn't apply to K. Annamalai. He has been an IPS. He has led so many men into so many dangerous operations. That's his job, to lead men. He knows how to get that done. There's no point complaining that K. Annamalai doesn't have leadership experience. That's absolute hilarious bullshit. Now, one professor, he said a very nice thing. He's saying, Professor Ramu Manivannan, who taught political science at the University of Madras, he says a very interesting thing. Said, Annamalai was a politician whose connection was with the media and not the masses. This interesting belief has a lot of takers in politics these days, that we can manage people if we manage the media properly. But mistaking the masses for the media will be foolish. What makes Annamalai a sellable commodity is that interesting mix of his IPS tag, age, and sudden elevation in the party. Both Annamalai and the media mutually benefit in the process. We can see many people on social media who are seemingly popular for no reason. They neither understand issues nor have fresh thoughts. They thrive on information. Unfortunately, dumping information is not politics. Having a perspective is politics. Now, I don't know if he's meaning it critically. He said that attributing extraordinary powers to Annamalai for his IPS tag would be fooling people, as it is not Annamalai but the BJP ruling the center is playing the role of principal opposition in Tamil Nadu with all their government machinery. Now, he's probably meaning this as a criticism, but I only see the appreciation in the facts that he mentions. The fact is that he is using media to his own benefit. Remember how coloniality works. If you read in India, that is Bharat by J. Sai Deepak, you will know. Get into the head of the native elite. If you win over the native elite, you'll win over everyone. Maybe Annamalai has figured that out. The media is the colonizing tool of this day and age. If you get media to say good things about you, everyone will follow suit. They won't use their own brains. How have we come up with names like the perfectionist Amir Khan, just because he takes too much time to make a movie? The king Shah Rukh Khan. Well, maybe but his monetary success makes him a king, but it was created by the media, and media did not go through statisticians or some experts of no sort. These are random terms generated by the media and their supporters. So maybe Annamalai is going to use that to their advantage. And again, which is exactly the opposite of what's going on in Bengal. No BJP politician has been winning over the Bengal media crowd, and maybe that's why they are afraid of using the Hindutva word or any narrative of that sort. And they have to be a little ballsy, but I keep complaining about this in every video. I'm sorry for that. But this video is about K. Annamalai and how exciting it is to have such leaders. And he's just 38 years old and he has come from such a background. It's pretty amazing to see. 2026 is going to be a very important year for the future of India.